Welcome dailies across the world. Welcome to another Driven Army session. Today we have back and biceps. Now before we get started, just to let you know, of course, we always warm up with some foam rolling. And that's what I did. Also did some dead hangs. And just worked out my overall upper body, just doing some light work. And now we're on the pull down cable machine. Now I like this attachment because it allows me just to use my hands as hooks and allows me to pull down with my elbows. This is what my mind is saying. Pull with your elbows, almost like you are elbowing someone at the back of you. That you will get the maximum contraction on the back. Man, I love doing these vlogs. And by the way, how are you doing? How are you doing with your fitness goals? Listen, we're here to keep each other accountable, and I can't wait to share with you a message right at the end. So stick around for the full session. At the end, I've got a special message just for you, an important one, by the way. I'm letting you know that I'm doing 60 pounds right there. We're doing reps of, I think, 10 to 12. We'll see how much reps I do. Now I start my back workout with this because, as you can see, when I go up, I'm giving it a stretch. So I'm stretching out the muscle, and coming down. I'm stretching it out. You can see that stretch, mini stretch at the bottom, at the top right there. And I'm doing this because when I go to the other movements, which is more of a compound movement, I'm doing this because this gives me more of a stretch and it warms my muscles out really well for that heavy compound sets. Always stretching, especially in the beginning. And that sweat rag really comes in handy. Who would have thought it's just a cut-off sleeve? Some good tunes playing in the gym there. I had to cut the sound off in the gym because my previous video at YouTube said, hey, we ain't monetizing this one, so because they're hearing some music in the back. So I thought, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the music. I'm going to put some of my own music in and then do a voiceover. Now, the better way of doing this, which I'm going to do, is I'm going to get a microphone where I can actually attach to my t-shirt and I can actually talk to you directly. So that will be the next phase that we will be going into. I'm going to check out for a good mic today and see how we can put it on ourselves and we can have that. I love communicating whilst in the gym and, you know, having that experience. What is your thoughts? Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like, or you'd like this version where I just do the voiceover, or you'd like me to have a lapel mic on my shirt and we can communicate directly live from the gym. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick up music. That's the only concern I have, so we'll see how it goes. Now, all gyms should have this machine, this pull-down machine. They may not have the attachment that I have, but any other pull-down attachment should do the job. The important key here is that whenever you go up, you give a little bit of a stretch on top, and when you come down, remember to push down, or rather to pull down with your elbows, and just use your hands as hooks. And when you use your elbows, you really get that maximum contraction. Yeah, it was really getting to me how I was doing sets of 8 right there. But let's move over to the next one. The kingpin of all back workouts. Deadlifts / Romanian deadlifts. I'm going to be doing deadlifts right here, and then I'm going to switch over to Romanian deadlifts. Now, as you can see here, the focus wasn't the greatest, and I'm changing the angle very soon. But as we do these vlogs, I'm learning every time as to what's the best angles, which will allow there to be a blurry black background and to focus on me directly. Over here, I'm warming up with 25 pounds on each side, just to warm up the back, warm up the hamstrings, warm up the glutes. Now we're going to change the weight. We're putting on 45s now on each side. And I realized the angle wasn't the greatest, so I'm changing the camera angle very soon. You know, I'm not a big deadlift kind of guy, and therefore I'm starting to get slowly back into it because it's just such a great overall mass builder. Here we go. The key with a deadlift is as follows. Look at the back. Look at my back. The starting position of the back, it's very straight in a sense of there's no curling, there's no curvature. It's very straight because that's what you want to do. You want to protect that lower back. And whenever you pull up, you almost want to use your hands once again as hooks. You will see a trend when it comes to pulling movement. Your hands is just there for hooks. It's not there to do all the work. It's used for hooks. And you wanna have in your mind like you're pulling with your back. So your back is doing the full pull. Your traps, your mid back, your lower back, all of that is doing the pull. Now, yeah, I was going to add more weight, but my body was like, nope, 45s is enough. And I'm continuing with 45s for the rest of the deadlift session. Now I'm saying one more there, but I think I'm doing another one. We'll see if I do two more. So I did one with 25 plates. I did now this one with 45s. Now I'm gonna do another one. Let's see how it goes. Now here I'm doing the Romanian deadlifts. I'm not putting the weight on the ground again. I'm stopping midpoint of my shins. And this keeps the constant tension on that lower back right there and on the back muscles, which I'm really feeling. I'm feeling it in my glutes. I'm feeling it in my lower back. And this gives you a tremendous pump, the Romanian deadlifts. Yeah, I'm feeling it right there. I'm feeling it right there. Yeah, I think I'm doing one more of this, and then we're moving over to the next one. I'm beginning to love Chuck Taylor's All Stars, the Converse. The reason why is because I think many gym goers use this shoe because it has a flat sole. So it's good for deadlifts. And it's good for a squat. So anything you're needing a flat sole, the Converse really comes in handy. Now I lifted up my shirt just a few seconds ago because I'm really feeling that pump. And I was just checking it out in the mirror there. It's crazy, man. Come on, Super Saiyan mode. Open that mouth. Open it up. I can feel my grip also giving out. I think as we go on and as we record more of these sessions, we'll see how the body evolves and also the weight evolves too. So right now I'm only doing one plate on each side. You know, maybe next time let's see how we can progress and have that progressive overload, and we're going to put more weight on as the weeks and months progress. So that is a wrap. I made sure to ask the guy behind me, hey, listen, I'm recording. He said it's cool. He also said, hey, it's cool if he's in the shot too. So I'm like, you know what? We have a blurry background. So, but he's cool with it. Cool with it all. Now, I love this exercise. It's called the T-bar row. This really gives you the thickness in the lats, but also the traps I found. So it really gives you that thickness in the upper traps and the lats too. Man, I love this one. I really do. I've made most of my back gains on this T-bar row. So right now, I only had 2 plates of 25. I'm adding a third plate of 25. So there's 3 25 plates on the end of the bar right there. Now, the key to this exercise is you've got to get a stretch at the bottom as well. And I'll explain more as we go along and as we do the exercise. And yeah, I was feeling it right here. Yeah, this one really takes a lot out of you. Because you're not just using your hands, your back, you're using your legs, you're using your core. It's a full body workout. However, the emphasis is really on the back right there. So when you're picking up the weight and when you're lowering it down, you'd want a stretch on that lats. You want to stretch the whole back out coming down. And then of course, when pulling it in towards you, you don't want to come too upright. You want to be at generally a 45-degree angle. This is why I like shorts, because it allows you to really bend the legs and have mobility in every leg workout and back workout in particular, for the short haters out there. Hey, I could feel the food in my esophagus. Final set, let's go, baby. Now, usually if I want to get more weight on the bar, I would have straps, and I could tie the straps around that middle V-bar there that I have in my hand, and I can pull more weight. But a part of me right now is just wanting to get the grip strength back, wanting to get that forearm strength back. So I'm not using any straps for the next few weeks. I'll incorporate straps in the next couple of months. Well done. All done, Baba. All done. Like Acha, acha. Okay. Now, this is an exercise I've discovered a few months ago. And this has really been giving me some massive back gains, especially in the upper back and mid back. I want to encourage you. You lie on a 45-degree bench. You have a little bit of a, not a flat back, but it's a little bit arched. And all you're doing is you're pushing up with your elbow. Push up with your elbow and you can feel that mid-back contracting. And if you want a cobra back, this is the exercise to do. Some cobra back action. Now for this exercise, you can't really go too heavy because just the way your body is angled, it doesn't allow you to go very heavy. So even 20 pounds, 25 pounds really gets the job done. Here you want to make sure that your body is not moving up with the weight. You want to maintain your body on the bench, which is fairly simple to do, especially with the whole biomechanics of this movement. So that shouldn't be an issue. But if you want that cobra back action, this one I want to encourage you to incorporate it in. After all these exercises, I'm really feeling it in my back right now. This is quote-unquote a compound movement, and we're going to go over to an isolation movement very soon. But I'm really feeling it right now, and especially in my upper, middle, and lower back. I'm glad we got this angle so you can see my pelvis is not against the bench. I'm standing flat-footed and I'm just leaning over with my chest on the bench. It's gonna feel hella awkward when you first do this movement, but once you get the technique right, you know, that cobra back action will be lurking around the corner. Yes, that's a wrap. Now this is one of my favorite exercises because now I can really focus on each side of my back individually, giving it the attention it needs. The previous exercises we compensated with both our arms, but with this one you can't escape the strength of each individual side. I'm only doing like 22, 25 pounds right here, but you can see when you focus on individual sides, man oh man, it's a true test. Let's get some different angle action right there. What I like about this exercise is that this is one of the exercises that gives you that pump, that forces the blood into the muscle. Because every rep you're doing, you are saying, blood go in, blood go in. Just go in. You're forcing it in right there.
Jimmy Bean.
The gym at that time was really empty, which I really love. It was around 8:30, 9 o'clock side. And we're on top of the second level right there.
Jimmy Bean.
You know, when you use your bicep as a sweat rag, you know you are doing it for the camera, hey? Ay, ay, ay. Gotta have some fun, right? It was a little naughty because,
Jimmy Bean.
you know, biceps can be naughty, you know? Man, I really want that microphone that I can just attach to my t-shirt. It will be so much fun just communicating throughout the workout. Man, we are forcing the blood in that muscle. Now, the key to this one is that you need to stand at an angle. You can see my body is not all the way 45. It's just above 45 degree, or rather, it's not just at a flat angle. It's just above a flat angle. And you'd want to keep your elbows, and I'll show you right here. You want to keep your elbows close to your side so you can get the full contraction with your lats. If your elbows are all the way out, you're going to get some rear delt action, just the back of your shoulder side. But you want that lat action, make sure your elbows are tucked into the side right there.
Jimmy Bean.
Yeah, we're just showing the gym there. It was completely empty. Now let's do one more. Am I going to do one more here? Yeah, we're going to do one more set. And then we're going to wrap it up and go over to the final back workout.
Jimmy Bean.
Man, I think I was only doing 22 pounds right there, and it was giving me the pump I needed. I think this is where I need my wrist straps, and I'm going to bring it with next time to the gym, is because especially when you come later on in the back workout, your grip strength is totally fried. So I think that's when the grip wraps is going to work out handy, so I can still focus on that back and not worry about my grip giving out. And that's a wrap. Now we're going to do some farmers walks. Apparently they call it farmers walks because farmers used to carry all the equipment and all the harvests like this. And here we're going to do it with a weight right here. So we've got 50 pounds. We're just doing a couple of laps back and forth. This is really good for your traps, mainly your traps. Essentially, this is a quote-unquote full body workout because your core is engaged, your glutes are engaged, of course your legs and your arms. However, for your traps in particular, this is where it really burns. Now I want to encourage you, if you really want some good overall shoulder development, not just having big delts, but also having, well-developed traps and even looking shoulders. I'd encourage you to do farmer's walks. This exercise is a crossover to your life. So this is almost like you carrying one thing to the next. So it really transfers over to real life. It's not just a weight that we exercise we do in the gym, but it really helps crossing over to everyday life, Baba. I can really feel my grip strength giving out on this one. And it just brings me to the point again that I need to bring my wrist straps, my straps with me to the gym. Next time, boom, it's in that bag, baby. I was so glad I'm moving over to biceps after this, because man, my grip strength was gone. Yep, let's do one more. Yeah, with this exercise, you need a good clear space. You can't have a lot of people in your way. Yeah, I said, hey, for Jack, goodbye weights. I'm done with you. Are you ready? Now, this exercise for me is one of the kingpins of bicep workouts. You can see the way I'm holding the dumbbell. This way, you are hitting what they call your brachialis. You are hitting the upper part of the forearm, that meaty part of the forearm, and you are hitting the outside of the bicep. Now, according to studies, the outside of the bicep is the side that, if it is well developed, it gives your bicep a big look. So if you want the granddaddy of bicep workouts, I'd encourage you to incorporate this one in your routine. Of course, we cannot neglect the middle and the inner bicep. So always incorporate another exercise, which I'm going to show you year after. But I always start off and I always do heavy ones of these. It's a good bang for your buck workout. Yeah, I'm feeling the pump in my bicep right now, and therefore I'm stretching just so we can put more blood in that muscle. It's a good feeling when that muscle just tenses up a little. Now I'm leaning against the walls just so that I don't rock back and forth, and I can keep my posture really intact. I can keep my form intact. So that's another tip for you. If you want to keep the form intact, go against the wall. I'm using a little cheating right here because I'm like, I need to squeeze more reps in. So let me get away from that wall. We're gonna do one more of these ones. Man, I didn't want to, honestly, I didn't want to leave this exercise because I just like it so much. In a twisted way. Yeah, I'm feeling that pump. I'm feeling that pump. I'm stretching it out. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I try to aim for minimum 10, but more or less between 12 and 15 reps. I personally don't go to 15 reps. I normally go, between 12 and 15 because I don't really go past 15. All done right there. Now I like, I've come to love this bicep workout in particular for the fact that it really gives you that pump that you desire. And the reason why is because the way you are angled, you are laying at a 45-degree angle and you are stretching the muscle at the bottom. It's at a full stretch. And as you can see, I'm not letting the weight rest for too long at the bottom. So we are constantly just putting blood in that muscle, which allows you to get the bicep vein. It allows you to get all that nutrients into the muscle right there. And here I'm only doing, I think I'm doing either 10 or 15 pounds. It's not a lot of weight, but it really, the purpose of this one is to get that blood in that muscle. Yeah, the moment the weight comes down is the very moment the other weight comes up. I can feel it right there. It's so stiff, the muscle. It's so hard. Let's go, let's go. We ain't wasting time on this one. Now, it might look like I'm not breathing, but I'm breathing, baby, through that nose. Try this exercise out. Try it the way I'm doing it, and you will realize that it's such a workout, because you're constantly moving from left to right. And man, you're gonna get the pump of your life. Now, the reason why we are flexing is not just to flex for the sake of flexing. We're flexing really to add the blood, to facilitate that blood flow. So when you see guys flexing in the gym, yes, some people might flex just to show off, but it's really there to facilitate that blood flow. Let's do one more set. Eesh. Man, what a session today. Hey dailies, look, we just finished a back and bicep workout. What a session, what a session. There were moments in the session that I just wanted to say, hey, listen, let's just quit it, let's just stop. But I knew that if I did it, I wouldn't feel proud. I wouldn't go to bed tonight knowing that I skipped on my potential, what I could have done. But otherwise, it was raining today in Halifax, and I was at home and I was thinking, should I come out? And I thought to myself, you know what? If I skip today because it's raining, and I'm someone that's professing, hey, we gotta go after what we want. I've got to lead by example. And today I'm so excited because we did so much today. We did 2 interviews today. We did the podcast today. Of course, we're doing the vlog today also. And I wrote a post on my Instagram. If you're not following me, follow me on Randall Mitch. And in the post I said, we just started the 14th of November, and man, look where we have come. It's been 2-3 weeks now, and I'm so thrilled to see where we are going. I know where we are going, and the things that I have in store, the interviews I have in store, the podcasts I have in store on Spotify, the video concepts I have, the way we're gonna take this brand in terms of gear. If you're not on the newsletter, make sure to be on the newsletter. There's so much for 2024, but it all starts with the first fundamental principle, the first core value, and that is what I said in the podcast today on Spotify. It was entitled the most important lesson in the world, and that is our first fundamental core value, and that is God first. The 6 fundamental values is spelled GUTTER, G-U-T-T-E-R, and each one stands for something. And the first one specifically is God first. I want to encourage you, if God is not something in your life, I want you to consider believing in something other than yourself. Now, I might lose subscribers for saying this, but that's okay. That's the first core fundamental values. If you are subscribed to this channel, it means that you believe in these 6 fundamental core values, which is God first, number 1, unlimited ambition, number 2, number 3, trust is everything, number 4, train every day, number 5, energy is everything, and number 6, relationships matter. That spells GUTTER. But the first one is God first. I want you to consider believing in something other than yourself. But hey, if you want to know more, go listen to the podcast on Spotify. It's Driven Daily. But hey, I thought let me just check in here with you, and let me just say a big thank you for subscribing. This is the second fitness vlog, and I normally don't do fitness vlogs, but I thought let me document the fitness journey, and let's start the Driven Army. The Driven Army. So if you're on my Instagram, if you're working out every day, if you are keeping up with your nutrition, tag me, Randall Mitch. I'll tag you along, and we'll continue the Driven Army, keeping each other motivated, number 1, and accountable, number 2. Listen, from my heart to yours, know that I love you, know that I care, and know, like we always say, we are not here just to survive, we are here to thrive. But until next time, peace.